remember a very famous lawyer. He's called Professor Ojambo. You remember him? I was in a marriage seminar where him and his wife were giving their testimony. And his wife, the testimony of his wife is what really touched me the most. His wife said, when they were getting married, one of the aunties told her that mwanamke ni kujieke kakituka kake, because our wanaume, you do not know when they will surprise you. Is that familiar? Yes. Isn't it? It's on your wedding day. Say, you put something in secret. Kwanza, by the way, it is also justified. You're not just putting it in secret for yourself. You're the one who will save the day that day. Yeah? So, the first few years of their marriage, Professor Ojambo used to put his salary on the table. His wife used to have a bank account farthest from Nairobi in Kakamega, KCB Kakamega, where nobody knew how much used to enter that account. And it was not for discussion. And Professor Ojambo, I respect that man. He never complained. He just said, I will just be what I'm supposed to be. I'm a husband. How God has called me, I will provide. And you know, religiously, he would lay down his salary and they would spend it. But there is one secret they all both knew was in that house. It was her. And the more he laid down his life for his wife, the more God convicted her. And one day, she said, she woke up crying, traveled all the way to Kakamega, closed the bank account, brought all the money and put it on the table and said, my husband, this is my salary, this is what I earn. And then they said something that surprised me. They both said, that is when our marriage began. Isn't that amazing? A very small secret, it can look small, but can hinder a whole marriage experience. They moved from zero financial intimacy to absolute financial intimacy. So, should a man care how much his wife earns? No. You know, there are two words that you cannot fail to mention when you talk about intimacy: shame and vulnerability. Okay? Shame and vulnerability are two sides of the same coin. When a man says, I do not care to know how much my wife earns, he is also saying, I do not want you to know how much I. Okay? So, in fact, I asked in that clip, what if this man loses his job? And then, now the only income in that house is the wife's? And then he discovers that his wife actually earns 4 times what he earns. He's been earning. How will that marriage go? Because he's been assuming all along that was pocket ya kutengeneza nywe. There is a guy, by the way, who discovered that the house they've been living on, it was they were renting from his wife. So, ask your wife or ask your husband, how do you rate us? Please. 2 seconds. Ask your spouse, how do you rate our financial intimacy? 1 to 10. Okay, 0 to 10. Aya, sawa. Okay, 2 seconds are over. Okay. At least you guys speak. Okay, the 5th one. Number 5. Number 5. Physical intimacy. Physical intimacy. You see, I put it at the last, isn't it? It's not that it is not important. It's because it's the most obvious. Isn't it? But it's built on all these other pillars. You get, So, physical intimacy is your emotional and physical connection that strengthens your bond. You get, some people are strong on touch, isn't it? You know, we were just having this conversation with my wife. All women, at least the ones I know, they love massage. Yeah? Am I speaking for the women? Yes. All women love? All women love? Massage, isn't it? But you know, to do massage is a commitment. Yeah? Si kupaka mafuta. So, that is to say that women are strong on touch, isn't it? Yeah? But, listen to this. So, it's very, quite often you'll hear, I need a massage. Hata mko tu kwa gari, usikie, by the way, I need a massage. You are being prepared? Being prepared, isn't it? But the question is this, and I speak for the men. How many men actually get massages from their wives? You know, because a man is viewed a man is viewed as the one who provides the massage, isn't it? But do you realize, have you seen how many massage parlors are out there? Some of them very fake ones. All of them targeting your husbands. So men actually have a real need for touch. Isn't it? Yes. But how it takes a very conscious woman. Am I going somewhere? Yes. It takes a very conscious woman to say, I am going to massage my husband regularly. So, all these men Not these men. Not the men in this room. Majority of the men outside this room. The ones who go to the pubs. You know why they spend a lot of time there? They stay there. It's not just the drink. It's how that drink is brought to them. It's always a female. Isn't it? The guy is asked, how was your day? Isn't it? By the way, how come today you don't look happy? Isn't it? And then the lady puts her hand on the shoulder like that. Maybe you need a bit of a shoulder massage. That man will be coming at midnight. Are you alive? Are you alive to the treasure that God has given you? And are you paying the price to get the best experience? You know, the experience is not in receiving. The experience is in giving. The depth, there's nothing that touches us and fulfills us like, you know, you've done a nice massage on your wife and she's happy until she sleeps. Yeah? Physical intimacy. Now, where have I gone round on all this? Is because financial intimacy is just one of the pillars. We cannot get the best out of our marriages just through financial intimacy. In fact, you cannot achieve financial intimacy if you are lacking physical intimacy, if you are lacking spiritual intimacy, if you are lacking intellectual intimacy, if you are lacking all those other components of intimacy, your financial intimacy will just be a dream.